Right, on the bench we have the Nexus P6. We actually done a video on replacing the battery in this. Well, the boys managed to, don't know how well you'll see it, the screen's all cracked and there's some damage to the glass part here. It would appear the phone is still functional, but we won't know that until we get it stripped down and we get the replacement screen on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the back cover off, take that off. Can't see this surviving because it's cracked there and it's also cracked at this side, so it's unlikely I'm going to get that off in one piece. I have ordered a replacement, so it's not quite here yet. But I'm going to crack on with getting the new screen, which has arrived. What I did was I ordered the screen on AliExpress, and rather than just getting the screen itself, I actually ordered the screen and the chassis, which should make this a whole lot easier. Basically it's going to be just a case of transferring the components here, the circuit board and so on, into the new chassis. Certainly a lot easier than having to deal with putting the new screen on. Right, so I'm going to bash on and get this stripped down or opened up. Now we can go through taking all the various parts off and transplanting them into the new chassis. Right, I'll be back when that's done. Right, just to let you see, that went pretty much as expected. This piece just pretty much fell apart. So that's definitely going to need replaced. The bottom part as well, I'm not sure how we managed this, but they actually had cuts all the way along. So that came off in pieces as well. But the brakes were already there. So the phone's seen a bit of punishment, that's for sure. Right, I'll crack on with this and I'll be back. Right, okay, we're back. So basically now it's just going to be a case of taking everything off here, transplant it over, and hopefully all will be good. So I think we'll start with the battery. Yeah, if you had seen my previous video on this phone, and you'll know what's coming with this. Pull these off. Go. Pop this off down here. Careful. Come on. Actually, I just wonder if I could leave that on and pop this board out with that attached. It's a possibility. Right, let's start. You can see 2 screws. Out of the way. is this just going to lift? There's nothing under there. Oh, what's that? It's just going to lift off. Alright, now looking at this, all these red bits are covering up areas where something's stuck down, so I think we're going to have to be careful here. Thinking this is just going to peel back. Yeah, I really don't like that. Not sure if I'm going to need to use a little bit. I was going to say heat, but isopropyl might do the job. Starting to move a little. I'm thinking I'm going to have the same issue here. And popping this up. Maybe pre-soak that as well. Right, okay, I'll come back to this once I've managed to get these unstuck. Okay, that's them off. I just applied a little bit of heat. The isopropyl didn't seem to be doing enough on its own. It would have been risking tearing the ribbons, so yeah. That's about it. Okay. Obviously this is just for the screen, which I don't actually need. So that's that. So we can just work on the top half now. Right. Should be able to leave that antenna where it is. Start taking out these other screws. this off. And that. And there we go. Okay. So this is going to have to come out. Okay, what's that? Anything else? That's going to have to be removed. I don't think so. Although that looks in better condition than that piece does. So we'll take that out. And we'll stick that in there. Yeah, that one's in pretty poor condition. It's pretty much crumbling. Right. Okay. So I'm guessing these bits are for the just now until I need to take off. Right. Okay, so there is more. I'm going to need this. Let's see how this actually comes off. Again, that's going to be needing a little bit of heat to lift. Okay, I'll be back shortly. I have to figure out how this comes off without breaking it. Right, so I had to use heat to get this detached from here, and I'm going to have to use heat again, I think, to get this piece to lift out of there. Hopefully that's softened that enough. Not convinced. There we go. Oh, that was a bit of a pain. Now, excuse me. I think everything off of here that needs to come off. I can't see anything else. Actually, hang on. Just wondering why that has that cover over it. I'm not really sure about that. Let's sit there. Yeah, so there is something there. I think that's going to have to come off. Right, so let's get this piece into the new part. In the way here. And there's little locating notches which makes this a little easier. Although it doesn't seem very... It's supposed to be sticky under there, but it's not. Back in a second. I'm going to have to get a little bit of double-sided tape. Right. Try and get this lined up. And get it sitting between the two little notches that the ribbon sits over. Again. Okay, that's not stuck there. They're all lined up. That's sticking great though, but once the case is on it should hold them in place. Right. Okay, so I've got that piece back in. Let's do this one. Hopefully this bit's nice and sticky and it holds that down okay. Right, that seems to be fine. Right, so the top here. Let's pop this off if I can. that in place. Actually, maybe put the board in place first. So yeah, that's in. It's not quite sitting down enough, I don't think. No, it's definitely not quite sitting right. There we go. So we have the shield. Right, top board then. And plug the screen. So, and put the shield on. Right. Alright, we'll put this bottom board. Hang on, that goes on top of the battery, so the battery first. Yeah, definitely, battery first. Paying attention, actually have another sticky bit under here. You know what, it's not going to make any difference that being in that. And let this get battery in position. Bottom circuit board. It's in there. In, put the screws in. That's not right. Let's try that again. Screw in the right hole. Maybe. It's not quite sitting right. There we go, that's it clipped in. Just wasn't wanting to sit in that clip right at all there. Is that the right place for that screw? I'll have a quick look back at the footage just to make sure. It just doesn't seem to, seems a little tight. Back in a sec. Right, yeah, that's exactly where that screw should go. The handy thing about video recording what you're doing. Less chance of putting some back in the wrong place. Right. Reconnect these. Come on. There we go. And battery. Is it going to come on? Right, so the power button is this here. Right, I took it over and I plugged the USB-C charger in, and it seemed to kick into life straight away. I don't know what the password is for getting into it. I'm not convinced with this button either. It did press a second ago there. Not sure if these are quite sitting where they need to be. Yeah, that worked there. Turned the screen off and back on again. Just don't think they're quite sitting right when I put it back into the case, maybe. Right, so let's try that again. I'm going to have to find a way of sticking these down, I think. Try a little bit of glue. Just a little spot, I think, will do the job. Just to hold them properly in place. Right, that's it all pieced back together, and the button's working away fine. Like I say, I don't know the pattern to unlock it. So really, the only thing is waiting on a replacement for this coming, because not a lot of point in putting that back on in that state. The bottom piece, I couldn't find anybody selling. See, that's cracked again. So I mean, I'll glue this back on, but it's never going to look great. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll wait for this bit to come, clean all this up. Then it's just a case of popping that back on, and that'll be the phone back up and running again. Hopefully for a bit longer this time. Right, so that's that done. Not sure it was easier doing it this way, taking everything out and transferring it over to a new chassis. Whether that would have been easier than heating up the screen and removing it the way you normally would. Not really sure. Right, but yeah, as far as this video goes, that's that done. So if you liked this video, then please click the thumbs up. Want to see more like it, then please subscribe to the channel, it's much appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.